Part 10.10 Surah Yunus Jonah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed Kanzel Iman. Surah Yunus Jonah 10:46-50. And if we show you some of what we promise them, or we cause you to die, then to us is their return. Then Allah is a witness over what they do, and for every nation is a messenger. So when their messenger comes, it is judged between them with justice, and they are not wronged. And they say, when is this promise if you should be truthful? Say, I have no power to cause harm or benefit to myself, except as Allah wills. For every nation is a term. When their term comes, they cannot remain behind for an hour, nor can they precede it. Say, have you considered if his punishment should come to you by night or by day? What part of it would the criminal seek to hasten? These verses offer a profound and compassionate teaching on the nature of divine justice, the certainty of the hereafter, and the absolute sovereignty of Allah over all things. The passage begins with a direct address to the Prophet, peace be upon him, and the believers. A message of reassurance and a lesson in patience. And if we show you some of what we promise them, or we cause you to die, then to us is their return. Then Allah is a witness over what they do. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was facing immense persecution and was constantly taunted by the disbelievers to bring forth the punishment of Allah. This verse tells him and the believers not to be concerned with seeing the worldly punishment of the wrongdoers. Whether they witness it in this life or not is a matter of Allah's divine will. What is certain is that all will return to him, and he is a witness to every single deed. This is a profound lesson in tawakkul and a call for the believer to focus on their own spiritual journey, rather than on the fate of others. The ultimate reality is not in the fleeting events of this world, but in the final return to Allah and his ultimate judgment. The Sufi understands this profoundly. The external events of the world are but a reflection of a deeper spiritual reality. Our journey is not about controlling the outcome, but about trusting in the perfect wisdom of the One who is in control of all outcomes. The discourse then presents a foundational theological principle of immense importance, and for every nation is a messenger. So when their messenger comes, it is judged between them with justice, and they are not wronged. This verse is a powerful statement of Allah's absolute justice and mercy. No nation has ever been left without a clear path to guidance. Messengers were sent to every people with a message that was a clear and undeniable proof of Allah's oneness. This principle completely dismantles any argument of ignorance. The disbelievers cannot claim that they were not warned, for a messenger came to them with clear proofs. The judgment that will take place on the day of reckoning will be a just one, rooted in the fact that every soul had an opportunity to choose the path of truth. The Sufi sees this as a profound manifestation of Allah's names, Al-Adl, the Just, and Al-Hadi, the Guide. It assures us that our spiritual journey is not a matter of chance, but a journey of conscious choice. A journey where the clear path of truth has been laid out for us. Our spiritual responsibility is to choose to follow that path. The passage then addresses the disbelievers' constant taunts and challenges. And they say, when is this promise, if you should be truthful? This sarcastic question, which was a constant refrain of the Meccan disbelievers, reveals their profound spiritual ignorance and arrogance. They wanted to hasten a punishment that they did not truly comprehend. The Prophet's, peace be upon him, response is a beautiful lesson in humility and divine sovereignty. Say, I have no power to cause harm or benefit to myself, except as Allah wills. He is a humble servant, a messenger who has no power to control the divine will. He cannot hasten or delay the punishment. That power belongs to Allah alone. This is a powerful message for every spiritual seeker. We have no power to control the outcome of events, whether for ourselves or for others. Our only power lies in our complete and utter surrender to the divine will. The verse continues with a profound and universal truth. For every nation is a term. When their term comes, they cannot remain behind for an hour, nor can they precede it. This is a statement of Allah's absolute control over time and destiny. Every nation, every individual, and every event has a fixed term, a divinely decreed time that cannot be altered. This is a direct challenge to the human illusion of control and a powerful affirmation of the reality of Qadar divine decree. It is a call to a spiritual state of being where we are at peace with the knowledge that all things happen according to a perfect and divine plan. The passage concludes with a powerful rhetorical question that puts the disbeliever's arrogance in its proper perspective. Say, have you considered if his punishment should come to you by night or by day? What part of it would the criminals seek to hasten? This question is designed to shock them out of their spiritual slumber. They are so eager for punishment, so confident in their defiance. But what will they do when the punishment actually comes? It will come suddenly and unexpectedly, at a time when they are heedless. The very punishment they sought to hasten will be the one they will desperately try to escape. This is a final, compassionate warning, a last chance for them to reflect on the folly of their ways. It is a powerful reminder that our arrogance and our ignorance are but a veil that will be stripped away when the ultimate reality is revealed. The Sufi understands this profoundly. The real punishment is not just in the hereafter, but is in the spiritual darkness that we choose for ourselves in this life. The heedlessness and the arrogance are a form of punishment in and of themselves, a veil that prevents the Qalb from receiving the divine light. The verses are a call to awaken from this slumber and to return to a state of spiritual awareness and humility. From a Sufi perspective, this passage is a profound commentary on the nature of divine justice and the spiritual reality of time. The verses dismantle the human illusion of control, a central spiritual veil that prevents the soul from surrendering to Allah. The disbelievers' demand to hasten the punishment is a manifestation of this illusion. They believe that they had some say in the timing of events, that their defiance could force a response from Allah. The Quran shows them that this is not the case. The universe operates according to a perfect and divine plan, a plan that is beyond human comprehension and human control. Our role is not to dictate to the Creator, but to submit to His will, to be patient in the face of adversity, and to trust in the ultimate justice of His decree. The verses also highlight the importance of the prophets, peace be upon him. Humility in his role as a humble servant, was not a demigod or a ruler who could command events, but a vessel for the divine message. This is a powerful lesson for every seeker. True spiritual authority lies not in power or control, but in a complete and utter reliance on Allah alone. The historical context of these verses is the Meccan period, a time of immense pressure and ridicule. The disbelievers constantly taunted the Prophet, peace be upon him, and the believers, asking for signs and demanding that the promised punishment be brought forth immediately. The verses were a direct response to these taunts. They were a source of immense strength for the believers, assuring them that their struggles were not in vain, and that a final and ultimate justice awaited all. The verses were also a powerful and living testimony to the fact that the truth is a light that cannot be extinguished, and that all human arrogance and all worldly power will ultimately crumble in the face of Allah's absolute sovereignty. Hadith section. A hadith that beautifully complements the themes of divine decree and the folly of hastening events is found in Sahih al-Bukhari. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught, do not wish to meet the enemy, but ask Allah for peace. But if you meet them, be firm, and know that paradise is under the shades of swords. Sahih al-Bukhari, Hadith 2965. While this hadith is specifically about a military context, its underlying spiritual message is profoundly relevant to these verses. It teaches us not to desire or hasten an event that is a trial, for we do not know the outcome. We should, instead, rely on Allah and ask Him for peace. However, if a trial is decreed for us, then our duty is to be patient and to be firm in our faith. This hadith perfectly mirrors the Prophet's, peace be upon him, response to the disbeliever's demands for punishment. He did not wish to hasten the divine decree. Instead, he relied on Allah's perfect timing and focused on his own mission. It is a powerful lesson for every believer. Our role is not to control events, but to submit to the divine will, to trust in His perfect plan, and to be patient in all circumstances. This is the essence of tawakkul and the spiritual state of a Qalb that has surrendered to its Creator. Dua, my Lord, grant me the patience to trust in Your divine timing and the wisdom to accept Your divine decree. Protect me from the arrogance of those who seek to hasten, Your judgment and the folly of those who believe they have control over their own destiny. Purify my Qalb from all doubt and fill it with the certainty of Your absolute sovereignty. Make me from among those who are at peace with Your will and who find their only solace in Your remembrance, for You are the ultimate witness over all things, O Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. May Allah illuminate your heart and mind with the light of this divine ilm. May He make your channel a beacon of guidance for all who seek spiritual clarity and truth. May your efforts be a source of immense reward, and may you be granted the highest stations of paradise. May the peace and blessings of Allah always be upon you and your loved ones. May He grant you unwavering steadfastness on the path of truth, and may your work be a testament to His magnificent names, Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. Ameen.